Hey guys, there's obviously one big movie out this week, and that's Rogue One. But if you're after something a bit more set in the real world, check out epic cycling documentary Le Ride from the Amazing Race host Phil Keoghan. Now I love Phil Keoghan and the Amazing Race. I even met him at the Auckland premiere. Cool guy. And he uncovered this incredible true story of a Kiwi guy called Harry Watson, who in 1928, with 3 Aussies, actually competed in the Tour de France. Now back then, the Tour de France was a grueling, hell-on-wheels race. 164 people entered and only 41 survived. It was last man standing sort of stuff. And what did Phil Keoghan do? Instead of just going about telling this guy's story, he decided to get some vintage bikes, get his mate Ben, and recreate the actual tour. Now that is just crazy stuff. It's fascinating enough finding these vintage bikes, which have very questionable brakes, putting them together and getting to the starting line. But even getting out of Paris is hard stuff. And once they get to the Pyrenees, things really move up a gear and it's just compelling viewing. Now Phil is joined by his best buddy Ben on this tour, and you've got to admire their courage. These guys are middle-aged men in Lycra. They're not elite professionals with state-of-the-art bikes. They're on these vintage contraptions, cycling 200 k's a day, and you've got to admire their grit and determination. And just like any trip, it's not about the destination. It's all about the journey and the curious French locals they meet and all the cute little moments they have. I actually thought, with the reality TV background of Phil, that the visuals wouldn't quite match the story. But there are some stunning scenes of the Pyrenees and the Swiss Alps from director of photography Scott Shelley. And kudos to the production team too, for the in-depth history lesson and the jaw-dropping images of the original 1928 race. It was brutal. I've got to say, helmets off to Phil Keoghan. Not only has he undertaken a simply insane challenge, he also shines light on forgotten Kiwi cycling champion. This is an inspirational true story, and if it doesn't make you get on a bike or even go travel to France, I don't know what will. If you check it out, let me know in the comments below, like and subscribe, and I'll be back next week with another review. Cheers!